What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips where you already know we about to get it in. But before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding! Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. Thank you. I'm very humble, right? Now what's up, fucking brothers? Put your seatbelts in, grab your mug of Joe. It's time to get and go, right? Look, I'm going to tell you guys a story about Superwood, man, and stories that he told me. And how we ran into a bunch of skinheads. Well, he introduced me to a bunch of skinheads. And these brothers weren't dropouts, brother. Now, there's a lot of skinheads, man, that I've ran into in my life. And let me tell you right now, skinheads are different from woods. When you're locked up in prison, you're locked up in the youth authority, you get an understanding of this, right? Skins move differently. They're not like woods that get locked up, man, that are just white to be white because they're white and they're translucent, brother, right? They like fucking... You know, they're not like that. Skinheads are a different type of mentality. They come with that mentality. A lot of people think that skinhead means hatred, racial hatred. But that's not necessarily what it means, man. They're an organization, a group that have their own idealisms and ways of thinking. And it's been around the skinhead movement for a very long time. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're racial, right? I've met a lot of skins that ain't even into that. They're just into them and their own, and that's what it is, right? And I can get deeper and darker and into it. Well, we can't say darker, brother, because they don't like darker, right? But I can get into it, where it was founded, you know, the different areas. But to be totally honest with you and truthful with you, skinheads are some righteous, solid dudes. They move differently than woods. That's guaranteed, man. One thing on the prison yard, you don't want to get into it with skins. They're going to get off where they're fucking mad at immediately. Not saying woods won't, brother. Because they will, definitely, right? But skinheads are kind of more the political movement. That's more what they're into. And they are white like a motherfucker, right? They ain't playing, brother, right? Coffee? Nope, it's too black. Just give me water, brother, right? They're fucking different. You know, you can always identify a skinhead not only because of the haircuts, but, you know, the dressing, the attire. I remember being on prison yards and seeing skinheads, man, wearing boots, Doc Martens tie. I always wondered how they fucking got their boots laced all the way up to their kneecaps, right? Suspenders on. Just the way they dressed identified them and basically made them different than everyone else. You could tell definitely a difference between a skinhead and a wood. So anyways, one day fucking I got a call from Roach, right? He's like, what the fuck are you doing, brother? You were supposed to be over here with my ball a long time ago. I said, no. I was supposed to be over there to pick up a ball a long time ago. He was like, no, brother, that ain't the way it works. See, right now, you're the connect, because right now, I'm disconnected. You know, it's like AT&T, brother. I couldn't pay the bill. They just fucking connected me. So I'm going to go ahead and need you to front me that ball so that way I can give it to the brother. He can bring me back some money and then we can get some more. And then I can front you a ball. And I was like, nah, how does that work? Like, motherfucker, you don't front me nothing. You give me back what I gave you, right? But, you know, when you're dealing with Roach, man, he was a little bit different. His math was never mathing. His math was mathing according to him. Well, it doesn't matter, brother. I'm fucking white. And my math is better than Mexican math. Have you ever done Mexican math? A 2x4 here, a fucking 4x4 there. Boom, voila, a fucking house. With whites, we do it different. We got to use chalk line and everything. We don't get technical, brother. Just bring the pelota, right? So I'm like, all right, I'll bring the pelota. So I pull up to his pad with the ball. Make sure the task ain't looking right. This was back in the day. Statute of limitations can't get me. And he had a gang of whites there. Like they were having a fucking straight up a convention, right? I was about to say one presidential candidate, but we don't want to do them like that, right? Because that's gay. We don't get down like that. You feel me? But anyways, as I pull up, there's just a gang of whites. And I can tell these are different from the typical woods that Roach usually has around his house. These motherfuckers are skinheads. Now, I recognize it because I did time with skinheads. And I know what they look like, right? And the oi, right? Just, it hits different. Then what's up, brother? Right? You know what I mean? It's just two different types of element of white there. You know, there's white and then there's translucent white. These guys were more towards the translucent spectrum. So as I jumped off the whip, right, I hear him, oi, right? And I'm like, oh, fuck, man, this dude done brought me to a fucking skinhead convention. So I jump off. He's like, there he is. There's a Mexican. Hey, what's up, brother? Give me a hug, but not just touch chest. That's right, brother. What's up? He was like, I don't know how the fuck I fell hanging around with a bunch of Mexicans, but I was like, a bunch? I'm just one. Yeah, you're one too many for me. But anyways, let me introduce you to the fellas. You know, these are my head partners, right? And I was like, your head partners? They're fucking skinheads, brother. Can you tell? I said, yeah, I could tell, but so what's up with them, right? So this was a group of skinheads that I guess he started to associate or affiliate with in prison. He hooked up with them and they were making some moves, right? They were into, I don't even want to tell you what they were into, but they were into some shit. So as I'm pulling up, I'm not trying to be into the same bullshit because I've always had this thing. I got a lot of respect for skinheads. I seen them fucking move on the yard and get down, but I never hung out with them. You know, I always thought that they had something against Mexicans. But I'm here to tell you the truth, right? These guys didn't. They weren't tripping. Now, blacks, that's a different story. Whack 100, you would have came up short. They'd have popped every plug on your face. But when it comes to Mexicans, they weren't really tripping. You just couldn't ride in their car. You know what I mean? Hey, I could do with that. You know what I mean? Hey, put spray it on me. You know, fuck it. So as I'm chilling with fucking Roach, he's like, yeah, bro, you got the pelota? I was like, yeah, I got the pelota here. Pelota is another fucking identifying word for a ball, right? So I hook him up. So he's like, yeah, we're partying tonight, brothers. I was like, well, hold up, bro. I thought you were going to get rid of that so we can, remember the big old thing, the scheme you told me? You were going to get rid of that so we can get rid of this, something else so you can give me back what I got. He's like, brother, fuck that, brother. We're white. You know what I mean, brother? We got to take a test run. He's like, brother, is this shit got legs? I was like, I mean, I don't know. I haven't done it, right? I don't get down like that. He's like, brother, just tell me. Is it fucking good? I was like, I don't know. He's like, well, I'll fucking tell you. It's good enough for me, right? So, of course, they're all doing their thing. Now, a lot of these skins didn't indulge. You know, and I've been around skinheads enough to tell you, a lot of them ain't like you think. They ain't all doped out. Like, they're very political. They're very motivated by what they're motivated by. And they're not all dope fiends. They're not all drugged out. But Roach was, and that was a whole different story. So we get to fucking kicking it, and I see that they're not really tripping off me, so I'm not tripping off them. Who am I to trip off a bunch of skinheads at a Woods fucking house? Nope, you just don't do it. I advise that you don't, right? Because they got boots, Doc Martens with spikes on them, and they'll fucking have a mosh pit right there in his front yard, and his mom definitely ain't gonna say nothing. She's gonna be like, kill that Mexican, right? So I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want it to come back with a sicario. I'm good. So I'm kicking it with them, and I come to find out there's a bunch of skinheads, and we start talking about prison, right? And the topic turns to dropouts. Now, at that time, I was freshly out the game, right? So I was no longer functioning or active. So I'm looking around kind of like, oh man, you know what I mean? Are they tripping, right? So they get in this big old argument, and they're talking about real skinheads can't drop out, right? And so here's the topic of the fucking content right here, the Superwood. Can skinheads really drop out? Not really, right? It's crazy because I've been seeing these skinheads on YouTube that are starting to come out of whatever fucking rock they're climbing up out of under. And a lot of them are, you know, now part of dropout gangs. And how does a skinhead drop out? Well, these guys explained to me that it just doesn't happen. You can be removed. You can be kicked up out of the car, brother, right? You can be oid. All that can happen to you, but you cannot literally drop out of the skinhead movement. It's a movement. It's an idealism. It's a way of thinking. It's not a gang or a group. Now, they do have gangs. They do have organizations, I guess, that they are a part of. I don't know the details of all that. But as far as fucking just dropping out of the skinhead movement, what do you just say all of a sudden? I'm not racial no more, right? I'm not white no more. I guess today I woke up with a tan. Fucking, I'm not a skinhead, brother. Oi. No, it just doesn't work that way. You are a skinhead till you're not a skinhead no more. And that means till you are DEAD. You know what I mean? I think I spelled that right. That's just period. So anyways, this is what happens. We get to conversing and we're talking, right? And I'm feeling it. I'm getting pisteando, man. Them Coors Lights hit different. I ain't gonna lie. Have you ever been around a bunch of white people drinking Coors Light? I don't know what extra ingredient they put in just specifically for the white men. That shit gets you fucked up, right? Because I'm Mexican and we're used to drinking fucking Budweiser, it's a little bit different. This shit doesn't make you take a piss as much, but it does have that foam on top that just hits differently. So anyways, I'm a little faded. Roach is like, yeah, that's right, brother. Silver bullet. You can hit that bullet, brother. Hit that bullet. I'm like, nah, I don't want to hit anything that's long and it just, no diddy. That's just weird, right? He's like, no, brother, you're fucking feeling it. Hey, S.A.'s drunk. Get him. Right? He's over there fucking with me. I'm like, nah, kick back, Roach. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me involve myself in these fucking conversations. And these skinners, like, they're talking shit, right? Racially. So they're like, yeah, I remember where I was in the fucking yard with this fucking black dude. I was fucking just banging his nose off. I was trying to bang his nose off. And I'm like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at Roach like, aren't your kids black? He's like, shut the fuck up, brother. There's some things we just don't discuss right here in this yard. You understand me, brother? All right. So I'm looking at Roach like, yo, fucking perpetrating ass motherfucker. You know damn well you're going to go back and hit your shit with some fucking blue magic. Stop it, bro, right? So anyways, as we're kicking back, I'm like, hey, so what's up with like Mexicans, bro? You guys trip off Mexicans or what? Because I've been on plenty of yards, bro, and got into it with Wood, Skinheads, and all that. You know, because I was a northerner and shit. That's just the way they said was. I was like, right? I guess. I don't know. At this point, I'm still fucking fluctuating between fucking. I'm fighting the feeling. I'm fighting the feeling like a Too Short song. Too short, too tall. Right? I don't know. So I don't know exactly how to have a conversation with the fucking skinhead, but I'm having one. So I'm like, what's up with the Mexicans, right? He's like, brother, we treat Mexicans how they treat us. If they treat us with respect, we treat them with respect, right? And there's like the main shot caller one. He's doing all the talking. The other ones are just there for the oi oi, right? And for the meth. This dude is really doing the talking. And then you have the real high political ones. They're just sitting in the back looking at me like they want to fucking skin me, right? And at that point, I had a little fade and I wasn't trying to go to the skinhead route. It wasn't my thing. How I ended up in a fucking front yard with a gang of skinheads in the woods still boggles my mind. I needed to get the fuck out of there. But at some point, because I was so faded, my fucking keys ended up in fucking Roach's house. Hey, brother, let me take those. You need a designated driver. Brother, you are on meth. Yeah, but I'm wide awake and I can drive good, bro. I drive better, right? So my keys ended up there. So I'm going to be posted up in this front yard till about 4 or 5 in the morning. I already know. The fumes are getting me. I ain't going to lie. I was like that. So I'm chilling and they were like, yeah, we don't trip off Mexicans, right? So then this Vato tells me, you know, it's just blacks we trip off of. And I said, well, why? Like, explain to me what that's all about, bro. I never got the racial division there. Like, why you trip off blacks? Brothers ain't tripping off you. They do trip off us, brother. They fucking trip. And so we trip back. They tripping, we're tripping. They put the clip in, we're sticking, right? And I'm like, okay, all right, that's cool. And so Roach fucking butts in. He's like, do I sense some hostilities in the air, brother? Right? There should be fucking smoke, not hostilities, right? They're like, no, but the Mexicans asking questions about black people. And I'm like, look, bro, I'm just trying to figure out, you know, about the heads because I've done time with them, but I just never understood what exactly motivates you guys to hate me or black people or anyone in particular. They're like, we don't hate you, brother. We just don't fucking like you. I was like, okay, well, that answers that question for me, right? So I ended up getting my keys, leaving. It's about 4 in the morning. Hey, Roach, I'm a wiggle. Cool, right? These skinheads just decided that they're going to post up and camp right there. They ain't going nowhere. Them motherfuckers are there, set in stone, right? So Roach calls me. He's like, hey, brother, yeah, I need to go see my old lady, right? It's like 2 days later. I'm like, all right, well, go over there, bro. You know what I mean? No, brother, I need you to call her and I need you to have her call me, but disguise her voice like, you know, the white woman voice. Remember that one time we did that one code? White woman voice. Have her use the white woman voice or have your lady use the white woman voice and say it's an emergency. I got to get these motherfucking crazy motherfuckers out of my front yard, right? I was like, they're still there, bro. It's 2 days later. He's like, brother, that boy had legs, brother. I don't know where you got that from, but whatever I say you got that from, tell him we need more, right? I was like, yeah, I can't get more, bro. Brother, come on, man. Front me another bola. All right. Let me see what I can do. So, of course, I call, boop, boop. We do boop, 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 boop. Shit's good, right? Antennas go up. People are aware. I get another pelo, right? So, bam, I go over there to fucking Roach. And I'm like, hey, bro, your chick is trying to get a hold of you. He was like, for reals, brother? White voice. I'm like, yeah. And his lady calls him and she's like, if you don't get your motherfucking white ass up over here, right? He's like, hey, that's she watches Oprah. I don't know why the fuck she watches Oprah for, but shut up, babe, I'm coming, right? So we wiggle, leave them there with his mother. His mother's like, she's all happy because there's white people. You guys want meatloaf? She's all happy to be around white men, right? And they're like, yeah, fuck it. Can we eat meatloaf? Or is it too brown, right? So we jam. Boom. Take him to his old lady's house. He goes and sees his kids, does his thing. And I tell him, Roach, why do you deal with these type of people if you can't really deal with these type of people? Brother, shut the fuck up, brother. He was like, you can't tell a white man what to do. I said, I'm not telling a white man what to do. I'm only advising you, bro. Like, be yourself, bro. You're not racial like that. Yes, the fuck I am, brother. Look, right? And he fucking, half his head's fucking shaved. The other half got hair. He's like, I don't know if I'm a skinhead or a fucking wood. I haven't quite decided. His wife's like, if you don't shut your white ass up. He's like, I'm going to shut up. Because my lady's telling me to. But we'll get back to this conversation. Get over here and give me a mamon. Right? So he's over there upstairs doing his thing. And I'm sitting there right there with his son. His son's a cool motherfucker, right? Straight brother. Half white, half black, but black, right? And I'm like, your dad's a trip, huh? He's like, yeah, my dad be hanging around some crazy motherfuckers, man. I don't even know. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Anyways, bro, hey, tell your dad I'm gonna cut. I'll be back. No, you're fucking not, brother. Wait. Oh, suck it. Suck it. Right? He's over there getting his thing. So I wait for him like, fuck, bro. Why always gotta get caught up with this white guy? It's crazy fucker, right? So we get back to his house. Skinheads, not one of them. Not one single one of them has showered nor left yet, right? And they're still having a conversation about why skinheads can't drop out. No, brother, we're not. We're even if we fall off, we don't fall off, right? And I believe it. And I honestly believe it to this day after that conversation and knowing skinheads can't drop out, man. If you're a dropout skinhead, bro, you are bammer weed, bro. How the fuck are you going to drop out from what your beliefs? That's like a fucking Christian dropping out from believing in God. It just doesn't work, right? You either do or you don't. Straight up. You know, that's like fucking someone drop, hey, I'm not a black man anymore. You know what I mean? Come on, 50 Cent. Yes, you are. You're in the club, bottle full of bub. Come on, I know what you do, right? Stop it. You are what you are, man. Once you're something, you're something. That's it. But whatever, right? And so as we pull up, these crazy, hey man, you got a lot of blacks in your fucking area, right? And now this motherfucker got black juice all over him, right? Roach done sleeping with the enemy, right? So he gets off. He's, oh, brother, I mean, that just happens to be the area that I live in. They're like, we're going to go fucking do something, brother. You ready? And they're looking at me, what's up, Mexican? And I said, yeah. All right, now I'm going to let you guys go. Roach, you got that other one so you guys can stay up for another fucking 10 weeks. I'm out of here, right? Trip out on this, right? I leave. I don't want no part of their reindeer games and what they're doing because me, I'm not racially motivated to do anything against the brothers. If anything, they're going to fuck around, drop me off, and me and the brothers are going to try to ride on them. That's just real, black and brown to the fullest. So anyways, I go home. A few hours later, Roach is calling me, brother, they fucked me up. I said, what? I said, brother, they fucked me up. Right? I said, your old lady wanted to suck you up? What happened? Brother, the fucking skinheads beat the shit out of me, brother. Come to my house. Help me the white man march on. All right, I'm going to go over there, right? So the white man did march on. They marched all over his head and on his back and on his fucking ass cheeks. This fool was bruised, black and bruised. Didn't have teeth to kick out because those were already gone. Bang, gone, right? So I get there. I'm like, Roach, what happened? His mom's like, he fucking went against the grain. That's what he fucking gets. I said, if you don't get your racial meatloaf making ass fucking in the house, right? Get the fuck out of here, right? Don't be talking to my mom like that. My brother, right? I'm like, yeah, let me pop that motherfucker back in place. This shit was fucked up. I said, what happened? He's like, brother, but my son came by the house. I said, what happened? Talk to me in fucking, you're talking to me in Norwegian, motherfucker. Talk to me in English. He said his son came by the house. These motherfuckers ran up on his son. All they seen was light skin to curly hair, and they ran up on him. And Roach said, "That's my son," and they all turned to him, and that was that. You know, he found out what active skinheads really mean, right? Let me tell you right now, from about that point into a year, Roach grew his hair out. He didn't want nothing to do with skinheads. Hey, we'd cruise around, we see bald people, he'd be like, "They're on me, brother." Hey, I'm telling you, man, the skins move differently. They smacked his shit back. That fool said, hey, for a long time, he drug his leg. Brother, I need to do a line, brother, but I can't quite make it there. Help me. He was just all fucked up. Anyways, man, that's another Superwood story, man. That's what happens when you're hanging around the element of people that you're not used to hanging around. I don't know why he was fucking with the dudes. Like I said, he met the dudes in prison. He thought, hey, that they were like Woods. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, but Woods and skinheads are very, very different. Like I said, skinheads are a lot more political. I'm not going to say they're more with the business than Woods because I've met some Woods that'll fucking knock Wes Watson's whole ass cheek off with one punch, right? Straight up. But skinheads they are motivated differently by different things. Okay, at the end of the day, when you see all the swastikas and you see all the crazy shit, you think, hey man, these motherfuckers are nuts, right? They are. Word to the wise. Leave skinheads alone. They will do bad things to you. Straight up. No diddy, right? It just is what it is. Anyways, with that being said, it's another Superwood. I hope you enjoyed it, man. We got motherfucking content, giving content piggyback rides. We got content playing Marco Polo in the pool, and nobody wants to jump out to be Marco nor Polo, man. We got some banging shit going on right here on the Collective Clips. Tap in, man. Hit that like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Catch up with all the Superwoods, all the Super Norteños. I got bangers upon bangers upon bangers. I got more bangers than a JC and Diddy party. Wait up. I didn't mean to say that. No Diddy. the gun. Bang, bang.